Monastery, which is in the Tearsfall Glades. Okay, if you want to be more specific, whoops. Yeah, we can try doing it that way. There we go. And there's Tearsfall Glades. There's Scarlet Monastery. All right, just for everybody who didn't see me get here on the first video. All right, so let's head into the monastery proper. Okay.
What now?
This was part of the grounds.
Remember.
This section right here was part of the grounds. Destroy the piles of corpses to stop the zombified corpses from coming up in the area. Yeah, you can do that. I'm level 100. I don't need to do that, so I'm not going to. Suffice it to say that what you can do, you can just do this. Okay, that destroyed the pile of corpses, as you can see. What you would normally do to do this effectively is you grab one of these. What the heck was that? That was weird. Check and see the internet still. Yeah, everything's still good. That was weird. You would grab one of these fuel tanks, and that would burn the bodies. That's how you're supposed to do it. But if you can put out enough damage, you don't have to worry about that crap. Simply put. Okay. So I'm just going to grab my loot and move on. Here's boss number 1 in this particular instance, okay? There's the map, there's boss number 1. Okay. I think the Forlorn Cloister actually was the name of this area. And like I said, I can't remember. This is one of those ones that I know it was changed hugely, but I've blocked in my mind what it used to be because it was so good in comparison to this. Alright, so you come up here and you get the Blade of the Anointed. Now, oddly, you'll see right now, I just picked up the Blade of the Anointed, and notice now there is a question mark where I just picked that up. Which makes no sense at all because I don't turn this in there at all. I turn this in over here at the watery area in the next section, which isn't even currently on the frickin' map. It's in the next part, which is the Crusader's Chapel. This is where I turn all this. I actually don't even turn it in there. I get the next part and I turn it in down here, but let's not quibble. So yeah, I have no idea why it comes up. That's an error. Blizzard has not been working on it, and so it's still in the game. Everybody can look at Blizzard and say, ha ha, you suck. Now, this area, we go into this little transition zone. Kill a few idiots on the route. No hidden side areas here, folks. It's just in and out. And there we are in the second part. This was a big deal. Getting to this part of the monastery while doing instances was a big deal back in the day. It really was. Now, not as much. Okay. A lot of thinking had to go into completing this instance, actually. A lot of things that no longer is needed. All you need to do is kill those two groups, and you come up here, and you can get the second Blade of the Anointed. Now you have both. I guess that is a turn in there, but... And now you can use your Blade of the Anointed on the corpse of the final boss just to get that quest done. And as we get there, we're going to talk about more nerfing of ridiculous amounts. One thing I gotta say is the water is fairly realistic. I do like how it breaks up and shows the wall behind it in chunks. That's nice and pretty and shit, but I'd also like the game not to be altered completely from the way I originally played it. This used to be a lot more involved. Okay. You have to kill these guys to get into the main building. Alright. That also involves this boss who's walking back and forth. Or these guys are nerfed so badly that killing the boss who's 2 levels higher than them, with them aggroing at the same time, is no longer that much of a challenge for a group of 5. Especially if they're wearing heirlooms. So the need to be careful and earn the key to open this door is no longer that big a deal.
To think you've come so
Additionally,
far, only to perish here. I'll honor you with clean deaths.
once you get in here, the number of mobs and the frequency at which they attack has been greatly reduced. And if all that wasn't enough, so what used to happen is if you fought the final boss, or the second, you'll understand when you see it. When you fight the final boss, if you haven't killed all these guys, they all auto aggro on you all at once. All at once. And it wasn't fun. Now, though, it takes so little. I mean, yeah, I'm level 100, but still, this is not much different than what it is when you come in here normally. Plus, there'd be groups down here. There's a pair of people down there, so at least that's something, I guess. And here's one of the things that used to be in the game that kind of still is, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I came in here, this was actually still in the game. I'm going to check and see if it still is. There's a hidden boss. Right in here. This was a hidden boss back in the day. Secret door to get him to him and everything. And now they've taken him out because why have fun? Why have a hidden boss? That's not fun. We don't want you to have to look for stuff. We don't want you to have fun finding secret passages. That's boring. Right, folks?
My legend. My legend.
Okay, he dies, but he doesn't really die. This chick comes out, and she's pissed. So then you fight her a little, and she sleeps you and reses the other guy.
Arise, my champion.
And then as level 100, you just, do one of these.
No green.
There, they're dead. And you have to take the blades, put them in the corpse, you see.
Victory forces.
Lillian Voss we'll be seeing later in another instance. But for now, we've taken care of the Scarlet Monastery. Scarlet Halls and Scarlet Monastery. So what would be considered the next instances we'd run? Oh, wife of mine?
So you got done Scarlet Halls and Monastery?
That is correct.
Alright, so it's Moradon again.
Already done Moradon completely.
Oh yeah, the entire thing. Well,
it's not an instance I know.
Upset. Ultimate?
Okay, Alderman it is.
There's sort of look of venom on his face.
Alderman is the only really large instance that hasn't been broken up until Lower Black Rock's fire.